Long-time viewers of my channel will know that I work in care, which means I go to people's houses, I go to various different care homes and stuff, which means inevitably, every so often, a Sunday will come round and you'll need to cook a Sunday roast. Now, when I've gone into old people's houses and stuff, 9 times out of 10, their Sunday roast is basically just a microwave meal. There's loads of different types of microwave Sunday roasts. You've got the branded supermarket ones, you've got Wiltshire Farm Food, Bisto, and I'm sure in your country there's lots of different ones. Some are okay, some are adequate, and some are quite nice. They're all quite different. But the thing is, since I've been working for an agency, they've occasionally taken me off shifts on a Sunday because they say, oh, you don't know how to cook a Sunday roast. They haven't even asked me if I can cook or not. I mean, I might be the world's worst cook, or I might be a cordon bleu chef with 5 Michelin stars. They don't know, they've never asked. They just assumed, oh, he doesn't know how to cook a Sunday roast. And yet other people who they put on shifts then say, oh, why have you put me on a Sunday? I can't cook a roast. So this video is basically for people who want to cook a roast but can't. Right, so there are many ways to, well, not cheat, but to cut corners. You can get one of these. This one is from Iceland. Most supermarkets have got their own variation of it. It's basically food. Well, you can't actually see anything, and that's all frosted. Anyway, it's basically food in a metal container and ready to go. You don't have to do anything with it. You don't have to prepare it, you don't have to stuff it, you don't have to weigh it and then work out how long you have to cook it and stuff like that. You literally just whack it in the oven for the amount of time it says on the back, on the correct temperature. It's that easy. And because I know some people worried about, oh, what if it, you know, especially things like chicken or other meats where you can get food poisoning. It's like, oh, so if it's this big, I need to cook it for that amount of time, and if it's that big, I need to cook it for that amount of time. It's like, no. One of these. There's loads of different varieties. I think you can get pretty much every kind of animal going. This one is chicken with stuffing. You can get chicken without stuffing. They do pig, they do cow, they do lamb, they do the whole range. So that's piss easy. And then you've got potatoes. People are like, oh, I'm worried, how am I going to do potatoes? You know, do I need to peel them or chop them? I like to boil my potatoes and then roast them if I'm at home. And they're like, well, how do I do it? Do I use oil? Do I not use oil? And it's like, no, forget all that. Roast potatoes in a bag. Again, from Iceland, but other supermarkets have their own. These are really, really easy. You put them in the oven and you turn the oven on. Job done. I think, do you have to turn these halfway through? Yeah, you have to turn them halfway through. That's about as complicated as it gets. Then you've got the vegetables. And again, people seem to worry about this. What kind of vegetables do you? Do you boil them? Do you steam them? How long do you boil them for? How long do you steam them for? And it's like, no, forget all that. Go on the easy route. Vegetables in a bag. Whack it in the microwave, job done. You don't have to worry about boiling or steaming or whatever you want to do with them. You just simply put it in the microwave for a couple of minutes, pour it out the bag. If you want Yorkshire puddings as well, you can get them ready-made. You don't have to worry about mixing up the batter and stuff and doing all that. And when I was a kid, my mum would always mix up the batter and stuff. No, you just buy them. I think they take between like 2 and 4 minutes depending on the brand you're buying. That's from frozen. So literally, I mean, I have in the past, you know, I think as an afterthought, it's like, oh shit, forgot the Yorkshire puddings, but they only take like a few minutes. The oven's already hot because you've just taken the food out. Whack it in, a few minutes later, done. I don't have any Yorkshires with me today, but they're that easy. Same with gravy. I don't like gravy personally, but you can get the instant gravy. I've made it many, many times in my job. Basically, you get the powder, hot water, stir it up, job done. Easy. Although, once I did that and it did go a little bit lumpy, not quite sure why, but I just poured it through a sieve, lovely. Right, so the first thing we're going to want to do is turn the oven on. This oven here is a fan oven. Normally when I make these videos I'm at home and I'm using a gas oven. Right, so for this particular model I need to turn it onto here, onto the fan, that's for the oven. Most fan ovens have got a similar system. When I use the oven at home for cooking, it's literally just one knob, turn it round, it sparks, and then flames come out. And I need to put it on. The temperature is, where is it? Preheat oven, fan 180 degrees. There we go. Remove outer packaging and film lid. Cover loosely with foil. You don't even have to cover loosely with foil because I've done loads of these for work. You can literally just do it like that and it will be absolutely fine. So if you don't have foil, don't worry about it. I don't actually know if this place has foil. I haven't looked for it. And potatoes, how long do they need? Usually it's a similar time. They actually make it so that there's similar temperatures and similar times because it would be pointless having to cook this on like one temperature and then these on a completely different temperature for a completely different amount of time. The chicken is 180 degrees and the potato one 200 degrees. It's like 20 degrees difference. I usually will just go halfway between the two. It works out fine as long as it's piping hot. It's not like running blood or anything. When these are potatoes, these aren't going to poison you. Because I'm doing this from frozen, it's taking longer. If I defrosted it, which I do recommend you defrost them, it would be a lot quicker. It would be like 45 to 50 minutes. And that will kind of ties in with the cooking time in this. But because I'm doing it from frozen, it's a little bit extra. So you've got to bear that in mind. Do you want to defrost it or do you want to do it from frozen? So if you're prepared and plan ahead, then defrost it. If you're like me and never remember to plan ahead, then do it from frozen. But it doesn't matter. I need to cook this for 40 minutes and then I've got to do it again for 45 minutes. So it's quite a long time. So the owners of this place have put foil in one of the cooking trays. So yeah, that's good. I can use the foil. So that's in there. If you're doing it from defrosted, you won't need the foil. Alright, so about the right amount of time has passed, so we're past the defrosting stage, which means I'm now going to throw on the potatoes onto a tray. I found some oven gloves, that's good. Very handy. They provide quite a lot of stuff in this place, it's good. Alright, so I'm just going to basically just whack them on here. Alright, so I've thrown them on there like that. That's pretty much what you have to do. Take them out of the packet, put them on there. You don't have to peel them, wash them or whatever. You don't have to worry about how you cook them. It's literally out of the packet onto the baking tray. Job done. That easy. Now, there is a slight discrepancy in the time between the potatoes and the meat, but as long as it's roughly the same, it doesn't really matter too much as long as it's all cooked. Foil isn't actually warm. It's actually cool to the touch. I'm just going to put that on there, just saves space having it all on the same tray. And back in it goes. Alright, so I believe that's about enough time. To be honest, I haven't been clock watching as diligently as I could be because I've been editing other videos. But what I'm going to do, because the meat needs to be taken out for a little while, I'm going to take that out, make sure it's all cooked and everything. So here we go. Oh yeah, that out. Oh, that's hot, blimey. Yeah, that looks cooked. Yeah. The juices are all boiling away, potatoes look done. Now it says on there that I need to just let it rest for a little while, so I'm going to let that rest. I'm going to pop the potatoes back in while that's resting, but I'm going to turn the oven off so they stay hot in there, and I'm going to just pop this over the top again, let it rest. Stop the flies getting to it. There's an alarming amount of flies in this area, but I suppose I am in the middle of the countryside. So, vegetables. When I was working people's old people's homes, a lot of the guys there have these frozen vegetables. They're incredibly easy to cook for the carer, because basically you go in, you need to cook a half decent meal in like next to no time, and these are brilliant for that. Alright, so these are the vegetables. Basically you just whack it in the microwave as is for the amount of time you need. It says do not pierce bag, but a lot of homes I go into that just doesn't happen. They have like half of them one day and the next half the next day, because people don't eat much. But I'm going to throw the whole lot in as it is. 2.5 minutes, job done. I have to bend down so you can see me on the screen. Basically, chuck it in, full power, 2.5 minutes. Right, I just did a bit but the camera wasn't recording, so basically here's the packet. I snipped off the top, poured it onto the plate. Okay, that's pretty much all you missed. So I know sweet corn isn't traditionally like a Sunday roast meal, but there's different mixed vegetables you can get. If you don't want the hassle of having to boil them up, you know, and chop them all up and stuff and strain them through a sieve and all that, then this is the easy peasy way of doing it. What I could have done was warmed up the plate in the microwave with the vegetables. That would have been better. That way it's not so hot being in the oven, but it's still not cold. Anyway, this is still hot, so I need my oven gloves. They're done. There's actually quite a lot of potatoes. No room left for the chicken. Right, so take this out of here. Don't need that, put that to one side. So this is my chicken. And you can see that it's cooked, and as you carve it, you'll be able to see if it's not cooked. This knife isn't particularly sharp. I couldn't find a knife sharpener anywhere. So nice big thick chunky slices. Sharp knives are safer than blunt knives because you need to use less force. If using a blunt knife, you might push harder and that can cause a slip and it will still cut your hand or whatever, whereas a sharp knife just glides. But yeah, this one isn't particularly sharp, unfortunately. And there you go, and that is how you cook a roast dinner if you don't particularly know how to cook a roast dinner. The rest of that I'll probably eat tomorrow in sandwiches or something, or do something with it. I've wrapped it up in foil to keep it safe. Okay, so if you like this how-to video, please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. If there's anything else you want me to show you how to do, just write in the comments below or contact me another way. I know that there's a lot of things out there that people wish they knew how to do, but they don't know how to do it, which is pretty much what YouTube is for, really. Entertainment, Russian dashcam videos, cute kittens, how-to videos, and a bit of drama on the side. I also have loads of other stuff on this channel, film reviews, vlogs, stuff, I don't know, all sorts of weird stuff, basically whatever I feel like making. I'm going to eat this now, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!